Morning, everybody. कैसे हैं आप सब लोग? How's it going? Uh, Welcome to first live session. Full stack app development. We are using Angular, Ionic, Nest.js as a backend framework for building full stack applications. Like the first live session, I've done one session, but that was deleted from YouTube. But from now on, what are the live coding that I'm gonna be doing? Be leaving them alone in YouTube and come back and watch it as well. So today's agenda would be actually finishing off my authentication system. Walaikum assalam, Rana Sanala. How are you, brother? So, first of all, let's go and take a look at what we have so far. So, I'm gonna open up the terminal and I'm gonna type Ionic Cordova. Not Cordova, we're using Ionic Ambassador on iOS. And let's just run the application. Currently, there's not much in the application because I've been working on a backend. But I'll show you what I'm building is building the modular code basically can be reused in many different APIs. Okay, so we got Xcode opening. Oh yep, Safullah. Sorry, my bad, man. Couldn't read the name properly. How's it going? If you have any questions about Nest.js or Angular, Ionic, let me know. I can answer you guys as well. Okay, so the emulator is starting. So I'm basically working on an API login now. Webstrong. I'm not sure if you guys like the dark theme or white theme. In nighttime, I like to use the theme, but anyway, let me know if you want to see the live stream in in a white theme. Definitely, bro. It's okay. Do what you want to do. But take one advice from. Uh, do not do not switch between technologies too quick unless you master one. So, for example, when I started learning coding, I started with Java, and I didn't move to any front end development or any web development until I had all the concepts. So if you don't understand the concepts, like right now, whatever I'm building, yes, I do have an Ionic and Angular experience, but if I will switch to like other framework like Nest.js, I am actually learning in these live streams um, and doing my coding as well. So I don't have any experience with Nest.js. While I'm doing it, I'm learning as well. So I mean, if you understand the concepts, you can pick up any framework or any programming language. It doesn't really matter. I used to think the same, where I have to learn Java separately, I have to learn Python separately, I have to learn a whole bunch of other things, but not the case. Okay, so first of all, let's test our API. The last live stream, I was working on this login registration, so I want to see that I'm able to get the token. To get the token, I will be able to access a profile for the user, same user. Okay, now I got this breakpoint. Now I get to see the email. Another thing that we did was in this module, add this as a 1-day expiry for a token. It's not good because usually when you do a logout function, you actually get rid of the token from the front end, and ideally you want to expire this. Instead of doing this, I have another way of doing this, like logging out. So let's just say right now we logged in. So if I how to access file, I will be able to access that. Okay, now I'm gonna try logging out, and I wrote that API is a log out here. I'm gonna test, and that will say logout done. That's not exactly happening. That would get done, and it calls request.logout. Now if I go to, for example, I will go and try accessing profile again. I'll be able to access profiles. So our logout basically not working what we want. So let's go to controller. What's happening here? Now what I would like to do, let me just take a poll actually. I haven't done a mono branch. I was working on a different computer. So here's our logout function. Now inside these functions, what I would like to do is to log in. I will actually create a new token, which expiry would be something like, maybe second. So when we get to this logout, then I'm gonna create a parameter here. The parameter for this, we'll just say is logout for now. Okay, I'll type in, and then what I'll do, go to this login function, and inside this login function here I'm gonna say, well, actually that's not the right frame, so we'll just say and that would be type of string, and that should be optional. Now what I'm going to do here is thanks guys. Okay, so I've got this logout to an export. Let's finish that. Yeah, I would like to do an expiry. That's valid. Then we're gonna pass in an expiry into the, otherwise I'm going to grab this line and paste it here. Okay, and then get rid of this bit. And the error is because don't have an optional. Now I'm gonna do something like this. Similarly, we can say not in the I'm using Atom1 theme in the IDE, the doc theme. The one. So I've got a lot of themes. Right now I'm using Atom1 doc. It's got a nice colors. Okay, so if there is a token expiry, then we're gonna pop in an expiry here. That should do the job. I think is online, but we'll do that in a bit. But now let's try our code now. Control, and that's expiry, and here in the logout function, what I'm gonna do now is return this this dot login. Okay, login, and we're gonna pass in request is like, we'll just pass in this request token expiry. I'll just pass in like, just say 10 seconds. Okay, now this time when I log out, then I should be able to get the token, which will expire in 10 seconds. Man, first of all, you gotta Safely, you gotta tell me, like, I understand it's very overwhelming to say problem solving skills. The more you solve problems, the better you get. So I think people who think about problem solving skills, I mean, they should just start solving problems and worry later about improving them. To solve problems, then you can just keep on improving on that. Just find a problem first and then solve it, and then remember that how you solved it. And maybe if that problem is not solved properly, then you will get a bug, you will get an error, or maybe try to search. One thing I want to mention, guys, if you want to improve on thing like overall coding, you gotta learn design patterns. There is a head first book. I have that book and I've read it. It's pretty cool. A head first problem design pattern. Make sure you search for that. It's very famous. Read that book and they'll tell you all about design. Coding is very simple thing. You solve the problem, and the patterns that are designed to solve those problems are really helpful. This thing I try to research in Nest.js, but I could not. There was no function. Let me show you. For example, here I was trying to solve this problem, which is 100%. So for example, here, right, in documentation, I was trying to look at how do I log a user out. Go to security, and if you search here log out, there is no such thing log out. Okay, so they're using a passport.js library. I wasn't able to find yes, those patterns. Safely, you're right. So I had to figure out how do I log user out. So I thought, okay, there is a way to expire the token, and token makes the user valid. Why not just expire that in 5 seconds or 1 second? So that's what I'm doing basically. So now if my code is okay, then if I log in this, where is the login function? Run this, and there you go. I get the token. I store that in here, and now I'm able to get the profile. Get the profile. Yes, I am able to get the profile. Yep, it's not expiring. That's good. Now if I go to logout function here, that's when it should actually log me out. I'm gonna just uncomment this code. What it say is it's a logout request, and in the response we're gonna get access token. Okay, and then we got the status failed, and then here's restoring the token as. So next time when I send the token, that will be new token, which will expire in 5 seconds, and I can expire that in 1 second. One thing I'm gonna make sure that I remove the token from the client, like mobile app or web app, later when we go to the production. Okay, so now let's try this code. So if I do log out, I should be able to get this token now. Yes. And now if I go to profile, I should be able to see status code 401 message unauthorized. There you go. So that means we cannot get this route now because we're not logged in. Our token expired in 5 seconds. One thing just to test what do is if I go and change that to 30 seconds, okay, then we might have a timer in my computer. I guess I'd do a timer. Nah, don't. I removed Parallels application. So 30 seconds now. Let's try. Let's do login. So we logged in, and now I'm gonna just keep accessing profile, and I can access the profile of the user. No problem. No problem. Okay, so even we like, you know, wait 1 hour tower, it's gonna be expiring in 24 hours. But now if I go and log out, it's gonna go and log out. Now this will expire the token in 30 seconds. We still should be able to get the profile within 30 seconds. I'm just gonna quickly run this. I get the new token now, which will expire in 30 seconds. I'll do this, and you can see it's returning empty, but I'm still getting something, right? I'm not getting unauthorized. Okay, so in 30 seconds, like another 10 seconds, I should be able to get unauthorized. Okay, not 30 seconds yet, maybe. Let's wait. There we go. So that means our token is expiring. Yep, our log out is good now. The thing I do is there's a shortcut key where I can hide all the toolbars, and I can just have my code there. Alright, so next thing what I would like to do is, first of all, check the status, and these are the things that I did. I'll check what's the difference. What's the difference? Yeah, I'm okay now. I'm just going to do a comment and push the code to the, so this way I don't, usually I work in like a 4K resolution, but now because I'm live streaming and a lot of people complain that they actually can't see what I'm following, I hope the quality of the stream is good and you guys can follow. Okay, so say I did log out feature, and right, and also I'm gonna type my name as, and let's just do it. What ID you guys use? Can anybody tell me? I'm pretty sure you guys like Real Studio Code. You guys use Real Studio Code, or anybody using WebStorm or IntelliJ? Okay, so now our logout good. I'm gonna change this to 1 second, and instead of doing this here, I'm gonna go to my for app. There is a library that I create data and a constants, and I'm gonna open this file, say export and that should be type string, and here I will just say 1 second, and I don't need to define this type here. Now I'm gonna go to auth control or instead of using like a string here, I would like to use that log out token expiry, and that should be imported for me automatically from that library. Okay. Yep, it's pointing, but yep. So you see small. WebStorm is reading. This is wrong. This should not be. I actually directly access this through types configuration. Right. So this is going to teach you something new here. So in Angular or in TypeScript, where you import things like dot slash dot whatever you basically want to get to, and that's really something bad. One thing good is you see this nest at nest.js/common. So what is this nest.js, right? How does it know that this is going to go into node mod? We can have our custom paths as well in, and the way you do that by going to base and root directory, this base URL, and there you go. There's the path. There's mono fancy nest auth, and I'm gonna change all of these to find. Nah, I don't want to do this minus 5. I'll just do add nest authentication, and we can just say just a constant and say that was right. Version, and that's the data, which is basically going to act as okay. So now we got these nest options, this fancy version, and then this data. What other libraries that data should be. Now WebStorm is pretty cool. What I'm gonna do here is I'm going to right click here, go to optimize imports. What it's gonna do, it's gonna read the whole code. You will see it, all of this. It can actually it can improve that as well. So what service, let me find that. Where is this file? This file is in okay, going odd, but if there is any service that I'm writing, then that should be separate, coming from this API folder. That I can do. Okay, is it good now? Streaming is okay. Alright, so what? Well, let me show you one thing in IntelliJ or WebStorm. What you can to right click, and there should be optimized imports here. Not here, but this file is coming from auth, so I'll go to lib, right click on nest auth, I'll do optimize import, this one. run, that should remove this dot 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 to use the proper path for these services. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna get that as well, and I'm gonna press Alt Enter and says add import statement. That should be coming from. For some reason, it's not reading TypeScript. I know why. I know why. Because this has one TypeScript. This one. That part should go here instead of going to the external one. But I'll do that later. Now. Okay, let's find out what we have. Okay, now it's coming from constant. Thing, man. Are you watching live streaming 2K or 1080p? I think this is a problem. The problem is I am live streaming from Mac Mini, which is not able to keep up with quality of the stream. But anyways, we'll I'm actually going to stop the stream for a second and come back as maybe. All right, hold on, guys. Okay, I'm back. If you can tell me, man, live stream is good now. Not. live stream is okay now. Okay, so another thing we need is a refresh token. When you build a full stack application, authentication system, you need to find a way to actually expire that token and then refresh it required. And I would like to do that right now, but I wanna basically take this suggestion from you guys who is watching. How would you do this? I think expiring. Actually, I'm gonna get from here. I'm gonna do a refresh token. So let's do research. Let me show you how you search for problems. So here, how to implement okay, let's see what happened. All right, refresh token web private example. Data refresh token. So I'll go with like a first link. Okay, let's see what they tell me. This in this article, I'm getting like, you don't want to read this. Don't want to read this. Reworking access from authentication. No. Really have to use. Bro, I will try to improve my streaming setup tomorrow. Be streaming from. I think this computer is not able to keep up with how many applications that I am running right now. Maybe that's the reason. Yeah, that wasn't really good. So Which blue glass? I am not reading blue glasses. Might be, but I'm not wearing any kind of blue glasses. Alright, brother. Take care. Have a good one. See you later. I think मैंने वो वीडियो बना दिया यार अवैस परदेसी चैनल पे can have a look at there. Hi Robson, how are you, mate? Good evening, everybody. We are building this full stack application using Nest.js. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Alright guys, so in this live stream, we have finished our authentication login function and also verify user function. And I think that's about it for this live stream. So this was the first video or first live stream building full stack application. So we're starting with the API, which we're building on Nest.js. That's the framework that I'm using, and I'm going to be using this framework to, build the full applications from scratch. And this was the first video where we started, but I know that there was a lot of things that I've already done, but I think if you guys still follow along with me to these live streams, then you should be able to pick up this Nest.js, and you will basically be understanding how do you actually build an API and full stack application. Like, what are the phases that a developer have to go to be able to actually build a product? Learning programming is one thing, but how to use programming skills to actually build something, that's another thing. And that's my goal throughout these live streams. So this was like the first live stream. I'll be doing pretty much every day, or at least 5 days a week, a couple hours every day live stream, and we'll be working on this project. This is the first video. I've created a playlist as well, so if you want to check out the playlist, there will be like all the videos will be organized. I'll put that link in the description of this live stream video. And this is where we end our live stream, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next live stream tomorrow.